Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of VNA Sports Talk. And I'm coming here to report to you that the Giants are going to win the Super Bowl, baby. No, just kidding. We just won one game against the Washington football team. And actually, was that the easy part of our schedule? Like, if you think about the 49ers, the Rams, don't look good. And now we're playing Tampa. We have like a little easy spot coming up. And then we play the Ravens, the Seahawks. And by the way, we're beating the Ravens. I've been saying that all year long. We're going to beat the Ravens. I'm just saying that right off the top of the video. That's going to happen. I wonder how our defense actually is going to play against the run quarterbacks, because we play like Kyle Allen, Jared Goff, and not too many running quarterbacks. But yeah, let's get into the video. First thing I want to discuss is I'm not upgrading the Giants at all after this win. Like, as far as like betting markets, like, you usually upgrade a team at max like 1.5 after a game. Like, if a team that you thought was tanking is not tanking, you upgrade like 3 points and different things like that. You upgrade based on injuries and overall, that's how betting people do it. I'm not upgrading the Giants at all after this game. We still see the same mistakes. People shit on Joe Judge's play calling, I think, for no reason. But that 4th and 1, can we stop doing the hard count that doesn't work? They all know it's coming. They're not moving an inch. Or at least do the hard count, and the second time snap the ball and catch them off guard. Like, I feel like there's one play coming here. We had some costly penalties, but we won the penalties. We won the turnover battle. We lost the time of possession, which is a little bit concerning. We only had 6 drives. That is, and we have had 10 play drives this year. We scored a touchdown on one of them. We need to work on the red zone. Now, I think that has to do with play calling and also a little bit with personnel. We'll discuss more about that in a different video. I don't really want to discuss that now. The main topic I want to discuss today is Matt Parrott and Andrew Thomas. People, I don't know why it's been such like a hot button issue. I'm just like, it's a good thing if Matt Parrott is good. I don't care if he's a 3rd round pick, 1st round pick. If you pick a player that's good, that's a good thing. I'm gonna make a video detailing how all these tackles are doing. Mekhi Becton, his worst fear came true. Besides the drug stuff, injuries. He's a big dude, gets injured. Jedrick Wills, he's awful in the run game. Awful. Andrew Thomas is good in the run game. And Andrew Thomas is improving. We see week by week. We'll see how he responds to this. Now he has that play that everyone's going to be like, oh, look, he got beat on this one play. But he held his own. He responded fairly well. He was late to a meeting. This should be a little bit of a turnaround point for him. I thought he was injured at first. That's why he wasn't playing. But, he missed the meeting. And it is what it is. And Matt Parrott, I think he's a little bit overrated in the pass blocking. People are like, oh, he's amazing. But, he's a rookie. The team was not preparing for him. And now that they have film on him, they know what his tendencies are. We'll see how they adjust. And I think right now your ideal starting offensive line, in the end, would be an Andrew Thomas at left tackle, Matt Parrott at right tackle, Shane Lemieux, Will Hernandez. Shane Lemieux's probably replacing Kevin Zeitler. And then center, you figure it out. Get a guy who's big. I'd maybe switch Andrew Thomas to left guard and have Matt Parrott at left tackle or something like that. But we need to switch things up. We had a lot of continuity in the offensive line. Things were starting to work a little bit good. Switch things up a little bit. I like this. I like that about this team. The guys aren't playing well. Take them out instead of playing them 500 times. Sit them down and put somebody else in there that could play well. Corey Ballantyne is playing all the time. The thing about this coaching staff and the general manager and everything like that, we pick up guys off the waiver wires. It's like, okay, we see this guy's talent. We think we can coach him up. We think we can mold him, play him, see how he does in the system. If not, okay, let's move on. So that's something that's really good. Now, I wanted to have the Daniel Jones discussion because he's been playing like an average quarterback this year. And last year, he was let free to go and make mistakes. And that's how you learn. But this year, I don't feel like he's learning much. And in fact, he's making decisions and he's making mistakes in the short game. So, it's instead of like a deep ball that's intercepted, it's a short ball that's intercepted. Instead of like a punt, it's basically like a fumble. And by the way, Kyle Allen, he doesn't have to work on his fumbles. Yeah, you got to make it happen, Kyle Allen. You got to make that one play happen. People are talking about Daniel Jones making things happen. I get they drove down the field. He threw it to a wide open guy. Congratulations. But, you got to make it happen, Kyle Allen. You have a little bit of a fumbling issue there, Mr. Flipper. A lot of turnovers. And people seem to forget that Kyle Allen was the number 1 recruit coming out of high school. Dan Jones was a 0-star recruit. Now, we're not stooping onto Kyle Allen's level, but I just want to mention that. Daniel Jones has a little bit of problem with ball placement, ball security. His pocket presence is getting good. He's making better decisions. People are like, oh, he's regressing. I don't see how he's regressing. I don't think he's getting much better, But I think he's playing fairly well. We played against the Washington football team. People said this defense was really good. They got Chase Young back, and we scored 13 on them, but we only had 6 possessions. Their team is playing very well ball control offense. We had some long drives that we couldn't cash in on, mainly because the interception that wasn't an interception. He has to get the ball out of there. People like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, they have that natural arm strength and natural skill. Daniel Jones doesn't have much of that, but he holds his own in that sort of athleticism. Like, he's one of those guys that could, retire from football and then have a successful career because he's smart. He's not one of these guys that's just like Cam Newton. Well, I'm not saying Cam Newton's dumb, but, it's not one of these physical freaks that's just like, they can just get things done with just their natural ability. But we saw Daniel Jones lower the shoulder. Next time, maybe lower the left shoulder instead of the right shoulder, making amazing runs down the field. And that's something that we didn't have with Eli Manning. With Eli Manning, it's 3rd and 5. There's nobody open. Okay, what do? You try to dump it off to Saquon if he's healthy, if he's there. Like, what are you going to do? And Daniel Jones has that, extra factor that he can make plays. And, he needs to learn how to slide because he's going to get himself killed. But he does fairly well. And I'm going to have a whole rant about Bad Dog. I'm probably going to come out a separate video about him, shitting on Daniel Jones. He's been an average quarterback. I get you may want more, but you got to stick with this guy because you can't bench him. And I don't think he's the problem with this team. Obviously, you can't point to, one person and say they're the problem to this team. Who would you point to? It's just a collection of a lot of different things, and it looks like we're improving. Joe Judge needs to improve on his... people say his timeouts are bad. I don't know where people went to timeout school, but he calls timeouts exactly how I would call them in previous games, not just this game. I don't think we had really any timeout situations in this game. But, it's just a play calling. I know you want to play complimentary football, pin him deep. But you pinned him to the 19-yard line. It's not even pinning. What are you doing here? We got to take the penalty again. I don't want to see the guy with the hard counts. I just don't. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. We'll be discussing more. I don't want to, just blabber on because I know attention spans of people in the videos is just okay, Anthony, shut the fuck up. Let's go on. Or what else does he have to say? And just 1 or 2 questions, 1 or 2 extra things. Liked how we played through injuries. May have been a factor with this upcoming game. Dexter Lawrence, the guy or wide receiver CJ Board, Blake Martinez. I was very concerned about him when he fell. That was one of those things. And what do we do when Nate Solder comes back? Do we cut him? I don't know. It's a question that needs to be answered, and it will be answered with time. With a lot of things. People want answers now. Just wait. It'll become clear. Usually, okay, yeah, Mitch Trubisky isn't a good quarterback. Things come with time. And the thing is about football, it's kind of a small sample size, and it's kind of hard to, you don't want to, let's wait the entire season to see if this guy can play. I like the way we switch things up, and I like the way that we're going a little bit here. As far as long-term, it's just a bit of a comment. Is this league going towards offensive geniuses, or is it going towards Mike Vrabels? And we've seen the Mike Vrabels of the world, the guys who, aren't offensive geniuses, they've had some success too. And, the guys who just, instill a culture and then have the smarter offensive guys kind of take back. But I don't think Jason Garrett's quite that guy. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.